At some point, quietly and without warning, we learn to split ourselves in two: the self we present to the world and the self we keep hidden behind our inner commentary. Radical acceptance begins there. At the moment you realize that behind your perfectionism, your overthinking, your numbness, your need to prove or fix or hide, there's simply pain. Pain from not feeling good enough, worthy enough, lovable enough. Tara Brach calls this internal prison the trance of unworthiness. And once she names it, you can feel it. That dull ache in the background of your thoughts, that nagging voice that says, if only I were better, stronger, thinner, wiser, more healed, then I could be free. But Tara's greatest gift is that she doesn't rush you out of that place. She sits with you in it, and she gently offers a path forward, not through self-improvement, but through self-embrace. The kind that says, this version of you, the messy, overthinking, frozen in fear, insecure one, yes, that one is worthy of love right now. That's radical acceptance, learning to see yourself clearly and still choosing love. Through tender storytelling and deep insight from psychology and Buddhist mindfulness, she shows how our suffering is not the wound itself, but how we abandon ourselves because of the wound. We judge ourselves for being scared. We criticize ourselves for not moving fast enough. We brace ourselves for rejection before anyone even speaks. And the healing begins not when we finally change, but when we stop abandoning ourselves in the name of change. Tara introduces you to the sacred practice of RAing, a 4-step tool to meet whatever arises in your inner world with kindness and presence. R, recognize what is happening. Name the feeling: fear, shame, tightness, numbness, doubt. A, allow the feeling to be there. Don't rush to fix it or make it go away. Let it breathe. I, investigate with gentleness. Where do you feel it in your body? What is it saying? What does it need? N, nurture it with compassion. This is the most powerful part. Placing your hand on your heart and saying something like, it's okay, sweetheart. I'm here. I'm not leaving you. When done regularly, RAIN becomes a bridge between who you've been afraid to be and who you already are. But perhaps one of the most powerful lessons in this book is this: you don't have to be fixed to be free. You don't need to overcome your anxiety or completely conquer your inner critic to live in peace. What you need is presence, a deep willingness to come home to yourself, again and again, even when the house is a mess. Tara uses real stories of people paralyzed by shame, locked in cycles of control, or frozen in self-doubt, and shows how mindful compassion helped them melt those walls slowly, not by force, but by honest kindness. And her own stories are deeply relatable, including one moment where she admits to spiraling into obsessive worry about giving a bad talk. In that moment, she doesn't reach for a life hack. She sits down, recognizes the shame, and speaks to it like a child. You belong. You are enough. And it is that shift, not a perfect speech, that freed her. So how do you begin this healing journey? Start simply. Like Tara says, with a pause. When self-doubt arises, pause, breathe, and name it without judgment. When you feel frozen or overthinking, use RAing to sit with it, not to fight it. When shame creeps in, place your hand on your heart and whisper, I'm allowed to be here, even like this. Journal not to fix yourself, but to stay close to yourself. Write your fears and then write a response to them from your wiser, kinder self. Drop the spiritual gymnastics and lean into simple, mindful presence, being here in your body without needing to escape. You don't need to climb your way out of insecurity. You just need to stop climbing over yourself. Your healing isn't some destination down the road. It's happening every time you pause to stop running from yourself. And if all else fails, just imagine Tara whispering, darling, what if nothing is wrong with you? So now get your blanket, your tea, and your weird midnight thoughts. You don't need to be anything tonight. You don't need to change anything before bed. You're not a project. You're not broken. You're not late. You're healing, one tender breath at a time. And look at you, still showing up. Now go sleep before your inner critic tries to do a TED Talk at 2 a.m. Sweet dreams, soft heart.